Hello Internet, it is Thursday, January 21st, and there is a super mega foxy awesome hot guy behind me. Okay, so I just got out of Anthro, so that's what I'm going to talk about right now. Okay, so today we talked about primates, we're doing primatology, and links in the sidebar, there is videos of monkeys, basically usually chimps, and it's very interesting how similar they are to humans, and it makes, like, we were talking about what differentiates them from humans, and there's a lot of activist groups that are, because they can communicate and because they're capable of having motives and manipulating people, and some of them even have sex for pleasure, so like dolphins. So if anybody knows what I'm talking about, Callie knows what I'm talking about. Miss Rice said the dolphins were the only other animals that experience pleasure and sex. Not true. And they do, like, all the time. We watched a video. Okay, well, you can watch the video, and they're just like, as a conflict resolution, they're like, hey, let's just have sex, and then they do. And then, anyway, but yeah, they're like very similar to humans, and you can't hear it, but the wind is like roaring. Okay. So we were talking about that and what makes them different from humans, and it's really creepy because some of them actually walk upright, which is how, like, humans descend when we were monkeys and we descended from the trees. That's what made us that. And I just watched a video the other day for extra credit. Accidentally, it wasn't the one I was supposed to watch, but whatever, about the evolution of humans and how, like, they used stone tools, and then they started making art, and that, like, helped the brain develop to creativity levels. And I think it'd be really interesting to live in, like, a prehistoric civilization, not, like, ones that couldn't talk, but, like the Mayans, or even, like, Mesopotamia or something. Just, it'd be interesting to experience, like, the communal relationships, because I got to the other thing we're talking about. Our, like, Western culture is very unique in the fact that we emphasize independence and youth. Most cultures in the world emphasize extended families, and they are not autonomous. You rely on all of your families. You don't have to have your own room and have your own crib when you're a baby and all this, and be separate, and they don't, like, force independence on you. Personally, like, I'm okay with being an independent being, but just because, whatever, I'm happy like that. But it would be interesting to live in, like, an extended family where you're not supposed to be a separate individual. Like, you are your own person, but you all rely together and you live with your family for your whole life, or, like, you move with your, like, spouse's family. So that's just interesting how we emphasize autonomy. And then my question is, question, anybody who's watching this can just comment or whatever, I don't care, is what, like, your development of yourself, like, highlight major points when you think, like, you had reached a stage of development. Like, they say, like, 7 is the age of reason, but when I was, like, 4, I don't even remember, we got, like, a new kitchen table, and I scribbled on it with a pencil. Apparently my mom wasn't there, and I gave myself a timeout. So clearly I did know the difference between, like, right and wrong. Like, I knew that what I was doing was wrong. So when you chase, like, your own development, and, like, emphasize that, I think, like, around 7th, 8th grade, I, like, started, I don't know, like, became more of an adult. Like, I first became an adult. And then I think around, like, sophomore year, like, when I was 15, I got, like, I understood, like, the world. Like, my view of the world was, like, complete, I feel like. Not complete, because my view of the world is still changing this semester so much, but just the fact that I feel like at the age of 15, like, I was an independent being, and I was probably emotionally and, like, mentally capable of taking care of myself and, like, in the world. So, just what are your thoughts? Obviously, I'm not, like, done. I haven't had, like, a midlife crisis or anything, but, you know, just your development. Okay, these are random things. I just ripped this out of a magazine, like, right now in the Honors Lounge, and I decided I like to have things on my wall now. And it's just a poem, and it's like a company. It's something in a different language. cf.org.qa, Qatar Foundation, Unlocking Human Potential. Anyway, the poem says, few things possess more power than a thought. Because a thought has the potential to become something significant, to solve something meaningful, and inspire us to achieve great things. What makes a thought so powerful is that it can be created by anybody, at any time, from anywhere. That's why thinking should be encouraged and nurtured in all its forms, no matter how small or how impossibly grand, because whatever thinking happens, big ideas follow. Minds become enlightened, knowledge grows, and people discover one way to unlock their potential. So start thinking. And on the back it has a thing about recycling, which you may or may not be able to read. Oh yeah, you can. But I'm going to put it this way aside. And I think I maybe mentioned this poster before, maybe not. I may have even shown it. I don't think I stole it before. But this is going on my wall just because it's freaking awesome. It's just amazing. I can't explain just the awesomeness of this poster. They're everywhere in Oshag, and it just makes me happy because it's nerdy and awesome. In other news of my life, I'm really behind in seminar reading. Yeah. That's what I was going to do during this hour. Crap, I was going to read Tinker Tailor. Okay, I'm not reading Tinker Tailor, but we're not discussing, we're just getting, like, background information. We're watching the movie, so, like, you, like, read along with the movie, but it wouldn't be massively important if I didn't read, but I probably should. Also, math homework is freaking horrible nowadays. Okay, there's 5 of us in our group last semester, and she kind of did all the homework because, like, she was just, like, that kind of person who just, like, you show up, she's like, I already did it all, and I'm like, awesome! And now she's in a different class, and so a lot of it fell on me, and I was just like, fail. And it took me a long time, but like I did figure all the problems out, but it was like, I hate that way of thinking. Like, I just don't like it, and like I have to get really in the mode, and then I'm like, no one talk to me, and then I get really intense. And but physics problems, I'm looked at them, they're not bad at all. I am going on Appalachia this spring break. I'm going on Appalachia. And I got into a school site. We're like helping work on the Appalachian Trail. We're going to Glen Jean, West Virginia, and the site description is a rugged whitewater river flowing northward through deep canyons. The New River is among the oldest rivers on the continent. Located in southern West Virginia, New River Gorge National Park was established in 1978 to preserve and protect 53 miles of the New River as a free-flowing waterway. This unit of the National Park System encompasses over 70,000 acres of land along the New River between the towns of so-and-so and so-and-so. The park and the surrounding area are rich in cultural and natural history and contain an abundance of scenic and recreational activities. Volunteers will work on trails, plant trees, and paint signs, and clean along the beach and campground. Not a compound. Okay. They will also spend a day as a work project on the Southern Appalachian Folks Life Center. Oh, okay, cool. I don't know what that is. Interaction with local residents will be limited. Students can bring swimsuits in warm weather. Provide your own bedding. You probably don't need to know about this. You pay your own meals while you travel. They give us a credit card to purchase groceries and prepare our own meals. So, that sounds exciting. Snow is like going away. It's still there because it's still freezing. But, it's really old and crusty. It hasn't snowed since I've been here at all. So it's old and crusty, and then it's like, it looks like city snow. You know how like it's gray from the pollution? Like along the sidewalks especially, it's like gray, and it just looks really gross, and I want fresh snow really badly. I don't really know anything that's happening in any of your lives. All I know is Sharon went to San Antonio, and you guys go to school. That's all I know about your life. Bye! Say bye to MPH. P.S. If you haven't seen the Suit song from How I Met Your Mother yet with him, you need to watch it. You need to go watch that music video on YouTube right now. Start typing. Bye!